Hello and welcome back to the pascom phone system tutorial series. The topic of today's training is more end-user focused. We're going to take a look at the desktop clients and the telephony functions that we have integrated. Now, this is where some users get a little bit perhaps confused and they're not entirely sure what's going on, mainly because we have a lot of options. First off, we've got our pascom soft phone. You could have a desktop telephone and you could have a mobile device. And how do you use them? How do you control them? Which order do they ring? And all that kind of stuff. Can be a little bit overwhelming if you don't know what you're doing. So, Matthias.
Yes. First of all, it could be that your administrator just restricted all your privileges and it's just a setup like he thought it's good for you. Then you can do nothing. You have a phone. Sorry, you have a phone on your desk. It's ringing, and you cannot change anything.
You pick it up, you talk,
yes.
And then you hang up.
But our default is that you, as a user, are allowed to change everything.
Yeah.
And we show you how to deal with that.
Yes.
In my case, I have a hard phone, a SNOM hardware desktop phone, and the soft phone.
Yes.
And the first thing to understand is that the soft phone here is, in one case, a soft phone. In the other case, it's a remote control for your desktop.
Yeah, it's the CTI stuff, which you probably don't need to know about. But anyway, take it away, Matthias. Let's have a look.
Yes. So I go to the settings of my phone here. And then here is audio, video stuff. And then here I can choose which phone I want to use for outgoing calls. I have two options in my case, the soft phone and the SNOM phone. So if I use soft phone as my outgoing device and I call my voicemail box, which is in German, but this does not matter, I call it. And you can see it's directly done by the audio of my computer. So if I have an attached headset, it uses that and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
The other opportunity I have is to change it to the desktop phone.
And one thing to note here, when you do change it, you get a little blue notification at the bottom. So watch out for that, and it tells you which phone you're using.
So now I change to the SNOM. Here is the blue line.
Yep.
And we go out of here again, do the very same. It looks like the same, but here you can see it remote controls my soft phone, my hardware phone now. I can see the same controls on my desktop for sure, but maybe it's a little bit restricted. So I cannot do that many options like on soft phone, for instance, or it depends on the vendor of the hardware phone or whatever. So it could be a subset of the functionality, but I can remote control it here.
Okay, good. Now, I think pretty much most users will be fairly clear with how to make and receive calls. Just pick up the headset or press the button or press the green, whatever, accept. But the next thing that people might get a little bit confused with is in what order or how to select a device in terms of when they should ring.
Yes.
How does that look?
For outbound, it was easy. I can just choose one device at a time.
Yeah.
It makes no sense that all my devices start ringing.
Start calling.
Calling does not make sense. Hopefully for you, you only have one device.
Okay, so
you want that.
For inbound.
Yes, for inbound, the story is different because I can have multiple devices and I could say the following. I could say, my soft phone is ringing for internal and external, and if somebody calls me via Team, I just want to use my desktop phone.
Okay.
This is maybe not the most smart configuration, but it's what you can do. And you can change here the delay also. So you could have a delay for different options. You have an example for a delay, maybe?
Yeah, I do. I mean, what I do is I've got a SNOM on my desk, and my mobile phone is set to delay of 5 seconds, because it could be that I'm not actually at my desk, I'm getting a coffee or whatever. My mobile phone's always here. It starts ringing on here. 5 seconds later, it's on my mobile phone, and I can still take the call. I also have another option where when I'm in home office, I turn team calls on my mobile device off because my network LTE coverage is pretty rubbish in the woods. My network is not so great, although with 17 and Opus support and so on, it's been a pretty big enhancement, but still just to ensure audio quality on Teams, because it's likely to be a new customer, I've turned it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go.
Okay.
The next question will probably be then, now we've got that sorted, how do I start connecting people or transferring calls?
Yes, that's the most common question if you have a new telephony system. Does not matter if it's a fancy system like ours or a traditional one.
Yeah.
It's the first question, how can I do a transfer?
It's core to every telephony
Yes.
system. So
We try to make it as simple as possible, and we try to make it as good as possible on all screens. So if you have the big screen,
yeah,
it should be very, very good and easy to do, but it should also be possible on a mobile phone.
With thumb.
With one thumb,
Yeah.
to make your switchboard with one thumb. It should work, it works, and we can show you how. To understand it, there are two different types.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Go ahead with the types.
We've got the attended and unattended transfer. The attended is I make a call to the person that I want to connect the incoming call to or outgoing call, doesn't really matter in this scenario, and I want to speak to them and tell them that there is a caller waiting for them. Yeah, that's the attended. The unattended,
The friendly one.
The friendly one, yes. The unattended is where I basically just turn around and say, right, okay, I've got the call. I could either do it directly without picking up, or I could pick up, talk to the caller, and then just transfer it straight on to the intended recipient without asking them or speaking to them first. And that's the unattended, or otherwise known as blind transfer.
Or not so friendly
Yeah,
transfer.
not so friendly, yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So Matthias, let's start with the friendly.
With the friendly, because we are the friendly guys.
Exactly.
We start with the friendly.
All right, take it away. We're going to get an inbound call, hopefully.
Yes, so we get an inbound call. It will appear here. I will answer it, and then I will try to use everything to transfer it. So now I can pick up the call, and now it's pick up on my Snom phone.
as we can see here.
Yes, and I can now do things. So what can I do? I can just add another call if I like. Then it's for the one thumb technique.
Yeah, this is for the mobile user.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I could just type in something. I want to transfer him to Veronica. I can search it, click here, that's it. Then I can talk to each other, blah, 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 do a transfer. The next thing I can do is I can just open a new channel. If I have a bigger screen like I have, I can just click here and it does the very same in one session, let's say.
Yeah.
I will show this. I click here, and then she's answering the call. I can see now. Now I can do the transfer stuff. I can talk to her. I can change. So this is now on hold automatically. This is not on hold, and I'm talking to her. The only thing you have to understand is here is everything which is global, and here specific to the call I'm talking to. And if I understood that, then I can do almost everything and understand it. Here I can hang up, do a conference, global things, and if I want to do something special with this call, I have to click on it. Then I can do a transfer. I can now resume this call, have more details, how often did he call us, and so on and so forth. And I can go back also. So if I want to do now a transfer, I want to do a transfer here. I click here, say transfer, and then I just choose which one to connect. Why is there a list? Because you could have more people waiting and you want to transfer this specific.
Particularly if you're the front desk reception team or something like that.
So I do it, I connect them, and I'm out of here. So that's it. Now you have seen I did this completely remote controlling my phone. I did not touch my phone at all, and I did everything in the client. I could have done this also with the soft phone. There were some more options if I use the soft phone. So I will change it now for the other transfer to the soft phone, that you can see that there is almost no difference.
Okay, fair enough.
So I change it now to my soft phone. And now I wait for another call. And what I will show you is the direct transfer. And
The unfriendly.
The unfriendly one. And I can do this immediately. So here I can have a transfer button, you can see. And I can directly transfer him to whatever with the same functionality. I can answer the call. And here again, I have the ability to do a direct transfer. There are also, again, two options. You can go here, if you have a smaller screen, you can go here and say transfer, search again for Veronica, transfer it. But there is another easy way. if I would click here now at Veronica's phone icon, it would do the friendly transfer.
Yep.
That's not what I want, and therefore I can do a right click and say transfer, and then it does a direct transfer, and I'm out of it. So again, two different options, unattended, attended transfer, and two different use cases. I want to stay on one screen, on my soft phone, on the mobile, or I have the bigger screen and then I have other options.
And what also just happened there is a classic example where some users get a little bit overwhelmed. Our follow me settings are set that this also rings. So that's why the SNOM rang and the desktop soft phone rang. And that's where it can get a little bit confusing. Where do I go and this, that, and the other? So, always set good delays, best practices for the follow me settings. Really define them, think about them and what you want.
And if you're new to the system, then ask a colleague to call you. Try this transfer once and then you get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Before transferring a customer to the Nirvana.
Good. Cool. There you have it. That's the basics of business telephony with the pascom client. Thanks very much for watching. Until next time. Goodbye.
See ya.